I like your are you wearing makeup or no?
I'm not wearing makeup other than, are you noticing my lips?
I'm noticing your eyes, like your
Oh, no,
eyes look very
I have mascara on, and then I have this lip gloss by Lily by Red that I got in Korea.
Ooh,
That's what I'm
that's really
wearing.
cute.
It's very cute. It's a very cute size, yeah. Yeah, but
I like
no,
that a
I've
lot.
recently I've recently been doing, which is so normal for most people, but not for me, like only mascara and not eyeliner, which I feel like I don't know, I feel like most Indian like women kind of grew up because of kajal and stuff, like always wearing eyeliner.
Totally.
Um, so it always felt like for me, like eye makeup meant eyeliner plus mascara. But recently I've been, yeah, just leaning into the mascara only trend, which I feel like first,
I'm
it's
gonna
easier
try
to do,
that.
but also it's just like makes you look more awake without, yeah.
I'm gonna try that. It's also I'm trying to does it say that you're live on your end? At the
Oh,
top of mine it says connecting.
oh, it says live on mine.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's just me. Okay, fun.
Yeah, it is.
Um, yeah, I mean, you look, you know me and my old eyeliner, like I wouldn't leave the house without eyeliner on top and bottom, and I probably looked like a raccoon for most of my 20s, but um, I've been going more minimal for a while now. I would wear mascara more, but you have to remember to take it off.
Like when you wash your face at night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Otherwise, you have to remember to wash your face at night. Yeah.
I mean, yes, which you anyone who knows me knows that I do not wash my face at night. I'm not
But
like
you still have beautiful skin. So hashtag blessed. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how long this trend lasts. I used to always think that mascara didn't make much of a difference. And so I didn't wear it very much. But yeah, now it is the thing, my eye makeup of choice.
I like it. I like it. So I realized listening to a recording of our podcast. I was checking it out on Apple. I think it was Apple Podcasts. That because of the way that Substack edits, there's not necessarily it'll decide to cut out like some of the stuff in the beginning when we're just talking because I don't know. I mean, you know what those
Like that's
AI like
relevant. Yeah.
yeah, like all of the clips are AI generated, the captions are AI generated, which is why sometimes they don't actually line up or like make sense with what we are saying. And since we're doing this on a shoestring budget, aka like zero, that's just what we're doing for now. But in case anyone who is listening was wondering like why don't you say hello to us or why don't you say welcome to 2 a.m. reckonings, consider yourself welcomed every single time. Every single time. There's just not I actually don't know when it starts and when it gets going. But
What you
here we
hear is up
are,
to the AI gods.
up to the AI gods. Yeah, which like increasingly I feel like things are being left up to the AI gods.
hmm Yeah, like pretty much, yeah, a lot of things, including what I recently discovered are my Taco Bell order. Have you gone to Taco Bell drive-through? Because it is, at least near my house, the Taco Bell is the person that takes your order is an AI robot. It's no longer a human.
Are you serious? I have never I don't think I've been to a Taco Bell drive-through. Maybe once.
Like
Maybe
in your
once in
mind?
like Indi Indiana, maybe. Like after I went to the Kentucky Derby once, and I think we went after the Kentucky Derby. I was staying in Indiana.
Well,
I
then
know.
you
I
are
didn't grow up
probably
with
a
Taco Bell.
bad Indian. That
I'm
no,
a really bad Indian. It's I don't know what it was. Like it just never my parents never I don't think my mom's ever been. I don't think my dad ever went. Like it was
yeah,
just not a thing in our family. I actually don't even know if where I grew up in New Jersey, there wasn't really a Taco Bell nearby.
it's New Jersey. I feel like there should be a Taco Bell like on every block.
There should be, and maybe there is now. I mean, I'm sure there's one in Edison, but if we were going to go in the direction of Edison, then we were going to get like Indian food.
Indian food. Well. but as you know, Indian people love Taco Bell. It's like our fast food of choice. I feel like it became that way because it was the fast food option that had the most vegetarian options. And so, um, like the Mexican pizza, bean burritos, like all of those things. So anyway,
Yeah.
I still go to Taco Bell regularly and notice that their drive-throughs now in AI, like it'll ask you what you want. You can make modifications and all of it will pop up on a screen. So it's pretty impressive slash scary.
Okay, that's great. I love to hear that. Me being paranoid, I was like, I need to refresh the homepage and make sure that we are actually live. We are in fact live. Okay, I'm gonna stop. But wait, so now it's all manned by a robot.
Well, just the ordering process. So like the days of saying like, for example, Mexican pizza, like vegetarian, beans, no meat, like it used to be that you would repeat that multiple times, but now it's a robot who hears you and writes veggie Mexican pizza or whatever they write. So yeah.
Does it still taste as good? Does it?
This will be the thing that I'm loving. I'm gonna
Oh,
move
I
it to
love it.
that because I'm pivoting because I'm reminded by your question that I'm loving. Yes, it is just as good. I joke when I say this, but I really feel like Indian people like exhibited probably the largest like movement that I've seen on social media to bring back the Mexican pizza. Like there's very much a strong coalition amongst like Indian people that I follow trying to get the Mexican pizza to get brought back after they took it off the menu. So the Mexican pizza is back. It's just as good. It's been back for a couple years now, just as good as it was as a kid. The thing that I'm loving that I've discovered kind of by accident is that adding pico to the Taco Bell Mexican pizza, the veggie Mexican pizza, really elevates it to the next level. This is a hot tip. Happened to like I didn't come up with the idea, but we were road tripping and we were at a Taco Bell. I've been to Taco Bells all throughout the South. And we were road tripping and we were at a Taco Bell, I think in Mobile, Alabama, somewhere. And I asked for the veggie Mexican pizza and they said they were out of tomatoes. So instead they said they could put pico on it because I guess, the pico's already prepped.
Sure.
And it was so good that it's now become my new preferred way to eat it is to ask for pico. Yeah. So come to Houston. We will go to the Taco Bell. You will experience the AI robot and you will get to try the Mexican pizza with pico.
I would love to do that. What else is on the Mexican pizza? Because I feel like pico should already be on there. Like
You would
that should be
think, but yeah, it's sort of like the pico deconstructed. I think the original back in the day was like the Mexican pizza. So the two shells with the beans, cheese, the sauce. It used to have tomatoes and like green onions or chives. And then I think there was like a issue with the chives. So chives were taken off the menu because of whatever bacterial outbreak. So
Oh
I don't think they
God.
ever brought the chives back. So now it's just I think the default is just with tomatoes. There might be something else. I think it's just tomatoes though. But with the pico you get like the onions, the cilantro or whatever else they have in it.
That does sound delicious. I would like to when I come to Houston when we're together, I wanna do that because I'm surprised we haven't done that together at some point. I guess we've just never been in the vicinity of a top. Maybe there was some like Sithara, I don't know. Like that time that
No,
we went to Boston.
yeah, but I do think like some of the places we've gone have not had Taco Bells as closely accessible. I also kind of fell off the wagon until I moved back here because now there's one a mile away from my house. So I drive by it like every day. So I don't have it every day, but it's a lot more accessible.
Well, no, that's I okay, so that's gonna be it's on the grand list of things to try. Taco Bell drive-through, AI robot, veggie Mexican pizza
With pico.
with pico, with
Yeah.
pico. Well, on the subject of things, the thing that I'm loving is also food. And I'm also slightly going to pivot because so what I was going to talk about, and what we were texting about before was that I used to save bagels, like save the eating of a bagel for a special occasion. It's like a week. It's like a thing you only do on the weekends. It's like a very, I don't know. It's like, oh, carbs are so bad for us. Like I can't have a bagel on a Tuesday. Are you kidding me? And I admit I still do scoop my bagels. Um, I don't I don't know. Maybe either I have tricked myself, I've internalized the all the carb worry and, "Oh my god, it's bread is bad for me," to the degree that I, still believe it somewhat, and so I scoop it and then tell myself, like, "No, I like it better like this because it's, like, lighter and it the nooks and crannies get, like, more toasted." Whatever, that is still where I am. But I, buy 6 usually, from a place near me called Maury's, and, I got a bunch last Saturday, have them sliced there, bring them home. I'll toast one half and, like, immediately I'll have that, and my little hack or the thing my version of pico is that instead of using cream cheese, I'm using Lebne, which
Oh,
is yeah, the Middle Eastern I should look up the origin of Lebne, like, where exactly it came from, but a lot, like, it's really prominent in Armenian culture and Lebanese culture. There's, spelled a couple different ways, but essentially it's cheese, but it's a very spreadable cheese. It's almost like a cross between cheese and yogurt. And I've never been, like, a big cream cheese head, but Lebne is, like I could eat buckets of that. It is
it's
so good.
very good. Yeah.
It
So I was just looking up where it is. Yeah, where it's from, and it's from that region. Yeah, it's so good. So where do you just buy it from the grocery store, or do you have like a specific store, like a shop or a restaurant that you get it from?
so I
Oh,
I
this will
was
be good. I see the style.
I was at the Hollywood Farmers Market, which is there are 2 farmers markets in Los Angeles that are known to be, like, the quote unquote best. Like, the chefs go there. It's all like where all you'll get some of the best produce that you'll find in the city at these farmers markets, and Hollywood is one of them. And it's on Sundays. There's a variety of prepared food vendors there in addition to the people that are selling, like, cucumbers and strawberries and whatever, and one of them, sells they sell, a bunch of Lebanese, uh, different foods, Lebne, breads, these, like, baked beans that come in a tomato sauce. They're, like, the really big I think they're gigante beans. I'll look up who they are, but and what the name of them is. If you live in LA, you should definitely I think that they have a I hope they have a shop that you can go to regularly and get them. Is that
Oh,
oh my god, wait, I have a dash
that's a good one. You have a dash of
I
look,
have a
Mom,
dachshund on my shirt.
you're on your shirt. That's a great shirt.
And he's on a megaformer. I know my friend Katie, who's, a megaformer instructor too at Motivate over
Uh-huh.
here, it's so
I
funny. They
love
have, like,
it.
puppies and everything. It's a great if you like puppies, who doesn't like puppies? It's a great
Great concept.
shirt
Okay, sorry.
company.
You're saying okay, so you go to the farmer's market spot. Yeah.
Go to the farmer's market spot, and I go to the farmer's market spot, and I've passed it over and over many times, and just never stopped because I wasn't sort of I don't know, just, like, wasn't on my radar. I ran into my friend Ashley at the farmer's market, who was with her daughter, who had, like, yogurt cutely, like, all over her face. I mean, she's a toddler,
Oh.
you know? And Ashley was like, "Yeah, we just went to the kefir, stand, and she got this chocolate, like, Lebne kefir."
I'm so sorry. There's like
No,
utter
like,
chaos
it's
on.
fine.
Okay.
It's completely fine.
We break
So,
views on the side.
Ashley was like, "You should if you've never been there, you should really check it out. They have great yogurt." again, yogurt, lemonade, kind of one and the same. So I'm getting ready to leave, and as I'm walking towards the exit, and then I see the stand, and I see that there are several people in line, and I'm like, do I really want to wait in this? And then I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'm here. I'm gonna do it. I wait. Um, I overhear a really entertaining conversation between like a lovely mom whose kid was named Ocean. There was like another kid named like Wave or like Bree. It was like every LA cliche that you've ever seen online or on TV was playing out in front of me. So it was actually quite an entertaining stint in line. But I get up to the front, and then the guys are just they're handing out samples like it's going out of style. You like just like in my hand, you would have like you would have hated this actually. He like plops into my hand this piece of bread that's like overflowing with sun-dried tomatoes and so much lemonade on top that it like drips from my hand onto the ground. My hand is now covered in lemonade. He's like, eat, eat. Like, for being patient, eat, please have more. And I'm like, okay, this is like kind of gross and messy on the one hand, but on the other, it's really good. And I'm
Oh,
sold. I end up
okay.
buying four, two, no, three flavors of lemonade, plain, spicy tzatziki, and passion fruit. And then I bought some of those beans, and the plain is what I've been putting on my half bagels every morning.
And are the bagels flavored?
The bagels are flavored. They are everything except I got one Jordanian bagel. I'm not really sure what's on the outside of it. I think it's probably a za'atar
Mm,
spice. And now that's my favorite bagel, and I need to
really
get
good.
through the everything so I can go back and get more of those.
So, and you are now eating these not just for special occasions or on the weekends. You were having them on a Wednesday.
I'm having them on a Wednesday. I didn't have one today, but because I had a doctor's appointment and I wasn't at home for breakfast. But I had one yesterday. I get tomatoes and I slice up the tomatoes. I put the tomatoes on top.
Mm.
It's very much like it's like my version of Courage Bagels, which is nearby in a like gourmet place that charges like $19 for a with cream cheese and like tomatoes and cucumbers on top, which is
Mhm.
also really good. But I would like to do that at home at my leisure and not wait in line and deal with
Totally. And
the
pay
whole
20 for it. Yeah,
exactly and pay $20 for it. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past like 4 or 5 days.
that sounds great. I don't haven't found a bagel place here that is like a go-to. I used to have one in San Diego. Of course, like in college in Ithaca, we had College Town Bagels, which was
Yes.
like staple place and a place that you would walk by on your way to campus. And so I feel like eating a bagel was very much part of my college life. But
Yeah,
okay, well, when I come to LA, we'll go. I'll
we'll do
experience the
it.
labneh bagel.
You will have a labneh bagel. Oh my gosh, you're gonna like it so much. I think you'll like a Jordanian one. I have a feeling. Yeah,
Yeah, it sounds
I'll
good.
make it
And
really nice for
honestly,
you.
the scooping out, I don't mind. I mean, I think I like the ratio when it's scooped out of bread to
Yes.
cream cheese to vegetable, like, or whether it's avocado or tomato or whatever it is. I feel like the sort of third, I don't know, the ratio is better than if it's like a full bagel. Yeah. I do.
That's what I think too. And again, I think I genuinely believe this, and it is not like I've internalized like the carbs are bad for you uh sort of dogma, but there's also like I can't when they spread a layer of cream cheese that's like that thick on the bagel and it's unscooped and then it's just not that's not my I don't like it. I don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Too
Fair.
much. Too much for me.
Tell me about the cool thing you did recently.
Okay, I'm gonna talk really quickly about the cool thing because I want to hear much more about your cool thing. The
Mm.
cool thing I did was on Saturday morning I went to see The Moment, the new Charlie XCX movie. That's
Mm.
kind of like a it's kind of like a tour film mockumentary, but it's not I'm trying to think how, like the best way to describe. I guess you could call it a mockumentary because the idea is that it's Charlie is playing like a heightened version of herself who is on the Brat tour and is trying to extend this moment of fame to like as long as possible. And more than even her, like her whole team is like, what can we do? What can like the record labels like, how do we keep this going? How do we like we had no idea this was going to be such a cultural phenomenon. How do we extend this life? So she plays a version of herself that sort of buys into their scheme of like, hey, you're gonna do this concert film documentary with this director that makes really popular films but is very toxic. But it'll be great for your career. Don't worry, just like do whatever he says. And it really, I don't know, I loved it on so many levels. I feel like it speaks to that, like, the struggle that so many people go through when it's like, what do I wanna do versus, like, what are the people around me telling me to do?
Mhm.
What, like, how do I find my internal compass in a moment where I feel super discombobulated? Like, what do yeah, just, like, how having something be an unexpected success and being really happy about that, but then not like wanting to lose that feeling either and being afraid of what's going to happen next. Like if I decide to like put the cap on this and say like, okay, I'm done. I want to like move on to the next thing. Am I shooting myself in the foot? Like, should I be trying to extend this at all costs? I loved it. I was laughing. I was crying. I liked seeing it alone because I wanted to go at 10:45 in the morning and I didn't want to like
Yep.
really like balance that with anyone else's schedule. And I think it's in theaters everywhere on Friday, so everyone should see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't it's
Yeah.
called what is it called again? The Moment?
The Moment.
The Moment, okay. And it's a documentary, but a mockumentary. So it's
So
mockumentary. Like,
I
or
would
is it
say it's a
scripted? Or
it must be scripted. It's scripted.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's a mockumentary. I don't know what that technically is, but it's like it's scripted, but it's cool. Okay. Neat.
It's scripted. Yeah, it's scripted and it's kinda like it's scripted and it's you see them filming a documentary, but it's not like The Office style of
Okay, yeah. Mhm.
yeah.
I did
There's
you go to her tour? The Brat tour?
no, and I regret it. I was going to go in New York and then I didn't get tickets and then it felt like, do I really wanna, like, go to Brooklyn? And I have all this other stuff and I just didn't end up going, but
Mm.
I would love to see her live sometime.
Mhm. I really like that album. I've never seen her live, but that album was really good.
Add it to the list. Okay, I want to hear about the super cool thing that you did on Saturday.
Yeah, the super cool thing, kind of last minute, actually, like, I think right after some of it only got firmed up right after our last, 2 AM Reckonings, episode recording. But yeah, the super cool thing I did a few days ago is that I spoke at a Stop Ice rally in Austin, Texas. That was kind of a last minute thing. I think the organizers, I don't know when they started, but like at least only started seeing publicity for it, I think on the Wednesday before. So about 3 or 4 days before. And it included a lineup of some pretty like well known Texas politicians or political leaders like James Tallarico, Joaquin Castro, who's James Tallarico, who's running for the Democratic seat for Senate here in the primaries in a couple of months or next month. Um, Joaquin Castro, who's a member of Congress, Greg Casar is a member of Congress, Gina Hinojosa, who is running to be governor. So yeah, so it had like a bunch of the flyer is like all of these names that are really well known here and more. And I was invited to be part of the and more. So yeah, they asked if I would speak about my experience being a criminal defense attorney in this space. Like for the last 15 years, I've specialized specialized specifically in immigrants or people who are being charged with immigration related crimes. So people who are being accused of either, entering the country without permission or trespassing into the country or into the state. And so, yeah, so had to, I was given this opportunity, finally got confirmed on, I think it was on Friday. And then, wrote my sort of started thinking about, so the guidelines were for it to be about 4 minutes. Speaking at a rally is a very different style and like arena of speaking than I'm used to. Like I'm used to courtrooms. I'm used to like giving like PowerPoint presentations that are about a specific topic. And this is obviously like way out of my comfort zone and way, way different to speak at an event like that. So trying to
Have
think
you
through like,
ever
okay,
done that?
I've spoken at one rally before. It was in 2020, and it was in conjunction with a lot of the protests that were occurring after George Floyd was
Mm.
murdered. But this was, well, so on the drive up, this one I knew was going to be a little bit bigger than the prior one because of the fact that like politicians, like elected officials, were showing up. Um, but when I was driving up, like, I had written the speech, had edited it, was practicing, like, Juan had helped me a lot with like kind of like thinking through, the way to say things and how to frame it. And so I felt good about it. And then as like we get closer, Houston to Austin's like a 2-hour drive. As we get closer, I get a call from the coordinators and she's like, by the way, we just learned that there are over 5,000 people expected to be there. And
Oh my gosh.
my reaction, 'cause totally, I was totally floored. I knew there would be, I was expecting maybe a couple hundred. 5,000 is just like, that's a,
That's a lot of people.
it's a lot of people. It's so
That's a
many
lot of
people.
people.
And I was like, and again, so many people for me to be like, I've done it once before 5, 6 years ago, but like, this is just a totally different magnitude. And for me to be doing something that I haven't done really before. So it was kind of like a fun, well, it was a very scary kind of like experience thinking about, what all I was going to say and how I was going to like say it. But yeah, it was it was crazy, but it was cool. We had like, it was interesting kind of getting a behind the scenes to like some of this stuff. Like we met off site and then had a shuttle that was with security personnel kind of escort us. So
Wow.
that felt kind of intense and was interesting to see. And then by the time we showed up, like the rally had already begun. By the time the speakers showed up, or at least our band of
Got it.
speakers, like the rally had already begun. So it was just like getting ushered backstage, and then yeah, just like getting out there and
Wow.
talking to 5,000 people. And yeah, it's looking back on it, it was wild. It was interesting, because of course, like rallies, the goal is to like get people like talking, right? Get them like pumped up, get them like responding. And yeah, like throughout my remarks, like, people were shouting different things. And I felt the energy, especially at the end. I felt a lot of good energy. So if any of you 5,000 people happen to be watching this, thank you, or listening to this, thank you for showing up. It was really cool to see that many people turn up to kind of fight back or speak out against what ICE is doing right now. So yeah,
I watched the following morning on your stories. Did Juan take that video?
he took the video backstage. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I watched that video of your closing remarks, and I had tears streaming down my face. I was like, I can't, like, that's my friend. 5,000 people with like less than 1 day of notice to like have prepare. 4 minutes is a really long time to be on stage at the solo, especially in front of that many people, especially when you haven't done it before, or when you haven't done it at that scale before or often. And it's incredible. It's incredible, and of course you crushed it. You're just like, yeah, I feel like if anyone can do that, it's you. You also have such a deep knowledge and experience of the immigration law and criminal defense, and just you've been working in the public interest for such a long time that
Yeah.
I
Like,
think you're so well prepared. But still, I
thank
mean,
you.
that's
Yeah.
such a daunting. that's
It
such a
was
daunting thing.
definitely daunting. I mean, that's part of the reason why I think when I was asked, I said yes, because I was like, it was like very unexpected and an honor to be asked to participate in an event like that at a moment like this in history. Just we all have a lot of things that we want to say, and it felt important to sort of talk about my experience and sort of my um, thoughts on it, share my thoughts on it. Um, but yeah, it is like framing these speech, like, like my instinct is not to like, do things like and say things that are going to get people like screaming and shouting. And so it was definitely like it took some thought and intentionality to like frame it in a way that I could still create some of that spirit, but also still feel like myself. Like I didn't want to be up there trying to channel somebody that I'm not. But yeah, the 4 minutes felt long. Because of the nerves, I was speaking really slow, which in retrospect, you know, I wish I hadn't spoken so slow, but better speak slow than too fast where people can't, follow you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think like my way of kind of calming my nerves was to like speak a lot more slowly than I normally would. But also just figuring out like when you're there, like who are you making eye contact with? Like where all are you looking? There was this huge crowd, and then there was a parking structure, and in one of the like footages that have been circulated, like a video of it was a drone footage. You can see it really well from the drone footage, but like I could see like people at the top, on the roof of the parking structure too, like watching. So it was just like this very like, oh my God, there are people like everywhere. But yeah, did it. It was very cool. It was I'm proud of what I was able to like say, and just like, yeah, like proud of myself for being able to channel the courage to, I mean, I have brief moments of saying like, shit, should we say we got a flat tire? And like kind of like, pull out when I heard that there were 5,000 people. Like the thought did cross my mind, but I had a good team, a good hype man with me who like helped me get across the finish line. So
You would never flake like that. I know
yeah.
you would. There's just no part of me that would. But, so when you were looking at the crowd, did you find, like, a person because sometimes they say, like, kinda lock eyes with one person, you don't have to know them, but, like, they're gonna be the person that you're speaking to, and you kinda tune out. Like, don't think about how many other people there are.
I didn't lock eyes with a specific person. However, like kind of in my direct straight line of sight was a person who was holding a really big like purple unicorn sign. The signs are great. So part of the distraction is just like seeing and being like reading the signs, but purple unicorn sign. And what's really funny is there were some like live streams on YouTube and stuff. And one of my friends was saying that, and I saw this later, like on the live stream, because like unicorn sign is getting so hyped by the comments, like all you can see, like, and because I'm short, the unicorn like completely like covers me, and you see the cameraman trying to zoom out to find me.
Right.
This unicorn is getting so like hyped over what I'm saying. So yeah, that is a sign I definitely remember, is the purple unicorn. But yeah, I was trying to like generally, move across the crowd. I didn't like lock eyes with a specific person. I didn't. There were a couple of people, it turns out, that I knew who were there, but it was just like so many people, I wasn't going to be able to see them directly. But yeah, I did not have that, on my bingo card, as they say, for this year, but it was a cool way to round out the month.
Okay, understatement of the year. That's really I'm so impressed and at the same time not at all surprised because it is so Amrutha to stop recording a podcast and then get an email or a phone call saying like, "Hey, can you come to Austin tomorrow and rally 5,000 people along with a bunch of elected officials and, yeah, just come speak for 4 minutes because we really
Just
need your
come hang
voice
out.
and you to jump in
Yeah,
the
I mean,
car."
I had to be fair. I had like it got confirmed on Friday. So they reached out, I think, on Wednesday or Thursday. So it was still it was floating in my head, but I wasn't like, yes,
Okay.
yes, like from different from different sources, like confirmed until Friday.
Got it.
But yeah, it did feel, I was like, wait, like I was just talking about the Beckhams and like the drama between Victoria and Brooklyn. And now I'm writing a speech about immigration.
We contain multitudes. We contain
Precisely.
multitudes. I like that notion is catching on more now too. I remember when I was at ABC and we used to have to I like the entertainment. I was the entertainment editor of abcnews.com, and there would be like how do we describe J-Lo? Is it like singer slash turned model, or singer turned model turned actress, or is it's like you know, can she not be all of those things? Can we? Yeah, she does. It doesn't. Or like Cindy Crawford, and now she's like got her own makeup company. She's like a model first, and then the entrepreneur. It's no, I don't. I don't know. It's just this very. I understand the tendency to like sort of box people into like this is what you do. And this is all I want to see you do. It's like, well, that person is going to want to get out of that box eventually. They may want to, maybe they don't, but I
Yeah,
think most of us are more than just one thing. So
absolutely. I totally agree. And I think like that, at least for where I'm at, like in life, like I think there used to be sort of it I think there used to almost be this idea that you shift, like there's kind of this, like you go from being a singer to being an actress. You go from being a model to being an entrepreneur. But yes, the idea being that you can be both, you can be all of these things. And it's actually very similar to what we're talking about with like, the tendency for for people to like view groups as like monoliths, and this, this idea of like, yeah, why do we need to categorize ourselves in one specific way?
yeah.
So, yeah, that was my cool thing. It took like a full day for me to kind of come down from the
Sure.
high of it. It was like really, really, it was a really like energizing experience.
That's so cool. That's so cool. I hope that you toasted or celebrated in some way, shape, or form afterwards once you got back home or there. I mean, just the just doing that, accomplishing that, like saying yes and getting confirmed and like getting yourself there and getting the crowd. So you clearly did it so successfully.
Got them hyped. Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember. I think I was just so tired by the time I got back because we were there. We didn't have like any dog care queued up because it was all sort of last minute. So okay, thank you. That's the dog. Can you hear that? The bark?
I heard, yeah, it sounded more like a scratch on my end, but
Oh,
it
okay.
yeah.
Well, it was a bark. I guess they knew we were talking about them. But yeah, so we just like went, I think we left at like 11. The rally was at 3. And then we were home by like 7:30. And I
Yeah.
think I think I ordered delivery or something
Love
and
it.
just like relaxed. Yeah.
It's exactly what I would do.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about a special day coming up. We are a few days from your birthday.
We're a few My birthday is on Saturday, and I have a history of being something of a I'm not like, "Oh my gosh, I need like the whole week to be my birthday." But as the day approaches, the feeling of like that like birthday princess thing where I'm like, I want everyone to know that it's my special day, just
Mhm.
starts to intensify. And what I am trying to figure out is how, as a adult, one is supposed to I not even how one whatever. Everyone can celebrate their birthday in whatever fashion they want to. I'm trying to figure out like what actually makes me happy. And so far what I've learned is that more than 4 decades of being alive and having birthdays, I don't at this point love a birthday party. I
Mm.
don't like I get too wrapped up in what if other people are having a good time,
Yeah.
especially if I've got friends and family who don't know each other and like, oh, are these people going to mingle well? And like the venue
Hmm.
and is the food right? Are the drinks right? Like everything
Right.
adds up to me just feeling like it's like work for me. That's not actually relaxing. I don't enjoy that. What I do enjoy is being at a beach,
Okay.
being in the water, near the water, ideally like go between like beach, pool, lounger, whole day,
Mm-hmm.
with a good book, perhaps several good books, alternate between that and on my phone, have something I like to drink, have maybe a pizza and like a crudité platter, um, maybe some french fries. I've like really got this
Wow,
planned
I
out.
was like, this is very specific. Like, wow, okay. I thought you were gonna end with I like being on the beach, and then we got down to the crudités.
I love me some crudité, the variety of dips, so maybe some lebanese in there, I don't know. Um, yeah, that's like I could probably paint a pretty vivid picture of what I think my ideal birthday would be, but it would involve all of those things and yeah, I guess I guess what I figured out is that works for me right
Mhm.
now. I would love to be a person like doesn't Heidi Klum throw really fabulous birthday parties for herself or there's some celebrity who's like really good at doing it, who's really good
Mhm.
at celebrating themselves, or maybe I'm thinking of her Halloween party,
Halloween
which
party, yeah.
yeah, is a different thing.
I mean, I think it's it's different when you're a celebrity and you have an entire party planning team that is coordinating it and, like, you don't have to worry about, running out of
Yes.
ice or, like, replacing the napkins because someone else is doing that.
Yes.
I also think I think one of the hardest things about it, especially as we get older, is, like, it can be at least, like, figuring out, like, the guest list because, if you have a lot of like, in college or maybe post-college, you kind of had a crew of friends that you would hang out with, like, your college friends, and, like, they all knew each other, and everyone was friends with each other, and it was just like, this is the group, and some of us, I think I did, and I think you did too, like, even in our post-college days, 23, 24, we had, like, the kind of default group that we would hang out with and go out with. But
Yeah.
as we get older and we have, like, a lot of different friends from different parts of our lives in the same city, maybe some are work friends, different jobs, different contexts, and childhood friends and personal, college friends, whatever else. Um, I think the other thing that gets a little stressful for me is thinking about, okay, if everyone gathers, they would all like get along, but also they don't all necessarily know each other. And there's always, I feel like then I would put pressure on myself to like make sure everyone is doing okay and play the whole, "Oh, I should introduce you to you." And so
Yes.
instead of just, like, being chill, and I almost, like, become, like, this, like, matchmaker of, like, "Oh, let me," not that people are not for romantic pairings, but just for
Right.
conversation, being like, "Oh, let me introduce you to so and so," and, like, and that feels exhausting. Like, the idea of having to, like, play that role and sort of facilitate, conversations and connections and make sure, and inevitably there are going to be some people that don't know anyone, and like make sure that person is like, comfortable. I
Yeah.
think that piece of it would stress me out. And again, like some of that, depending on the location, maybe it isn't as like obvious, that like there is, but like if you were doing it at your house or something with like 30 people, I feel
Oh
like that would
gosh.
be very
That would be so stressful.
stressful.
That would be
Yeah.
so stressful. I can't yeah, I don't know. I think the only party that we've hosted here is probably our housewarming party. And even then that wasn't like that many people. It was like maybe like 15 people or something like that. I mean, not like,
Mhm.
it wasn't like a tiny thing, but and possibly we invited more and people are sort of coming and going, but
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about like I 100% want to have parties for the books I've written. I love having, I had a huge party in LA for the Goddess Effect. I had a bunch of events for friends in Napa. I love doing that. I'm happy to organize things to celebrate a project like that, but
Mhm.
when it's like yeah, like, not to be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so humble," or something, but, like, I don't really want I don't know, I want that attention on, like, the work, I don't want
Totally.
that attention on me. I
Yeah,
want that attention on me, and I don't want, and exactly what you were saying, like, the feeling of, "Oh, no, like, that person doesn't know anyone. I wanna make sure that they're having a good time." And
mhm.
sometimes there's just, like, I've been that person at a party before where I don't know anyone, but I'm, like, happy to just, like, sort of float around and, make connections and introduce myself at my leisure, and, like, I don't need a babysitter, and sometimes having the babysitter is more stressful because you can feel their energy of, like, wanting to make sure you're pleased wafting off of them, and then you
Yeah,
feel like, "Okay, oh, no, I actually now I do wanna leave because I'm feeling too much pressure to perform and act like I'm having fun." So,
totally.
yeah.
I mean, I think there's like a yeah, there it's definitely an art to be able to like host people at an event where you are where especially if it's centered around you as opposed to work and like be able to do that without letting sort of other people's comfort and happiness occupy you. And I think that a lot of people would be in that same position. I did find this was I was not looking for this. Let's see if the phone will.
Oh my goodness. I think I might have this. I think I
Yeah,
might have this photo too, and I'll include
let
it
me
in the
check.
show notes.
But I'll text it to you again.
That's
But
so
speaking of
funny.
birthdays, this is Sheila after actually on her 21st birthday. So the
It was
first
on
time
my
she was
21st
allowed
birthday.
in an alcohol in a liquor store, and it apparently the alcohol purchased was a very nazzed up bottle of Absolute vodka. So
It was that, like, artsy I wish I still had
artsy,
that.
yeah, it
That
has like a
that
heart
art
and ribbon.
oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
At least I see yeah, like, I
you were on a
remember
beach.
thinking through that purchase too. It's like, it's gonna be that and Absolute was expensive as far as like, when you're 21 years old and you're
Absolutely, pun
like
intended. Yeah, that is
it's like $38 a bottle or something, like, that's, like, a lot. That's a
way
lot
more
for a bottle of
than
vodka.
whatever plastic bottle stuff we were used to. Yeah,
Pop off, yeah,
Fleischmann's,
yeah.
yeah, something.
Ugh,
So are you going to be beaching this Saturday?
I'm gonna be beaching this Saturday. I'm gonna be
Mhm.
beaching this Saturday. Yeah, I can't wait. I will tell you all about it once
Yeah,
I'm back. It's gonna be a quick little beach adventure, but yeah, I mean, I think that I actually despite all the things that I've said about how I don't like packing cubes and I don't like being organized and my like chaotic kind of packing tradition, ever since sort of putting that out there, I am receiving advice about how like, I know you don't like packing cubes, but actually they're really helpful and
mhm,
using them and realizing on my most recent Europe trip, like, how easy it actually was to, like, move hotels 5 different times and not feel like I was going to lose my mind, and even when we came home, like, doing laundry and figuring out where things were, like, so much easier with these cubes. So
yep,
now I am a packing cube girly. I've already
yeah.
got one cube squared away, and,
Oh, wow, you're packed way in advance.
I know, I know.
Great.
I do have to do at least one other cube of, like, workouty, like, casual clothes, but the other thing I love about a beach and just warm weather is that
You
you don't have to,
know,
like, bring that much. I will say that I intended to get a pedicure today and then looked at the time and, like, it was like, it's not happening. So I mean, my toes are painted. I could attempt to do it myself. I don't even know if I have nail polish remover at home. Like, I'm kinda like, "Eh."
it's your birthday. Like, just, whatever, you will look amazing regardless, whatever goes. You don't need to.
What would you do if the night before going to the beach you were like, I need a pedicure and I don't have time? I'm like, I'm not gonna go to a salon.
That's a good question. I think, is your nail polish chipped? It depends on how bad the state is.
It's a little chipped. It's not
If
like
it,
terrible, but it's a little
if it's
chipped.
not terrible, I would just leave it. That
You
would be
wouldn't
it.
like break out your kit and just do yours yourself?
I I can't think of a lot. No, I don't think so. I would do that if it was like really bad. Like
Okay.
if like if it was like a bright color, like if it was like a bright color and the chipping was really bad and really obvious, I would. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not yeah, I think I would just leave it. I feel like I feel like people won't necessarily notice. I mean, they might, but
I
it
don't
depends
think
on
they will.
I don't think anyone's gonna be looking down. So I think you'll be okay.
In times like this, I like to think of the time that I think it was the first time I went to Coachella and I was reporting this New York Times story about how men were really putting a lot of work into their Coachella outfits. Women have been doing it for a long time. And this was, I don't know, this was like 12 years ago or something. And it's like now men are like trying to be fashionable too. So I'm at a party that was sponsored by Lacoste in some like beautiful estate, like in Palm Springs, like outside of the fairgrounds. And I was with a photographer and we were going up to fashionably dressed men, some of whom were with women, and saying, like, hey, can we take a photo of you? And I went up to this one couple and they both looked like totally like on trend, like, yeah, just like down to a T. Everything was like very Coachella-y without trying too hard. And I go up to them, I say, hey, I'm working on this story for the New York Times. Can we take your photo? And the woman giggles and is like, oh my gosh, I guess I should have shaved my armpits. And I I that like what just because she was so like I would have never like no
No,
one would ever know. No one would
no, that's totally
ever
good.
know.
Yeah. Mhm.
No, she wasn't like standing there like this, like we were scared to do that. But it just struck me. There was something really endearing about it. And I'm like, you're so effortlessly cool. And even like saying that was like it just underlined how perhaps how little she sort of like how little thought maybe she had put into the outfit, and who knows what actually happened. But I think about that all the time. I'm like, would that girl
He
give
would
herself
not
a pedicure? Probably not.
he
She
wouldn't
would
give a
probably
fuck.
be like,
Yeah. She'd be
she's
like,
like,
"I
I don't
look
care.
cool regardless." I'm like,
Yeah.
the chipping adds character. It makes it more interesting.
Okay,
Uh,
done. We're not spending our time doing that.
yeah, don't spend time I mean, if you don't enjoy painting your own nails, like, it's not
Oh
a
no.
yeah, so
Does anyone?
no, I think there are some people that think of it as, like,
Yeah.
sort of self-care, practice,
Sure.
but
Sure.
yeah,
I'm just
I
bad at it.
say me too. I say just leave it. Focus on the packing cubes and getting packed and, like, the crudité that's coming up in 3 days.
I love it.
Better specific.
Um, we're gonna have your trip to talk about too.
Yes. The Backstreet Boys,
The
Vegas.
Backstreet Boys. I cannot
I'm
wait to
really
hear about it.
need to figure out my outfit. You wear all
Ooh.
white to their concert. That's, like, the uniform, they request, so I need to, like I ordered some things from Amazon. We'll see if they turn up and how they are, but yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna
Yeah.
be 24 hours in Vegas, super quick. So I think not even 24 hours, I don't know. But yeah, just a night going
Say?
there. We're going to Gymkhana too, which is
I was just gonna say,
exciting.
are you going to Gymkhana? Oh my
Yeah,
god, amazing.
we're going to Gymkhana. I'm like other people planned it and did an amazing job getting even just like getting the tickets. It's also Super Bowl weekend,
Oh
so I think
yeah.
hotels are tough. So I'm very lucky that other folks who are much better planners than me like figured all of this stuff out. So I'm just basically showing up with my white outfit. That is the plan.
Fun.
Yeah,
Okay, I can't wait to see pictures. I can't wait to hear all about it. But we'll catch up about it all next week.
that'll be my cool thing I did next week will be
What?
watching, Backstreet Boys. Yeah,
At the Sphere.
at the Sphere. Yeah. Oh, I'm actually like really excited. I've seen so many people I know have gone, and I've seen like I've genuinely had some like FOMO, or I don't know, just envy seeing their posts on it. So yeah, excited to
I really
experience it.
I really wanna go to the Sphere. Yeah, okay, well, I will stay tuned for your full report.
Yes, full report coming. Happy early birthday. I know I'll talk to you on
Thank
Saturday, but
you.
have a
Yes.
have a wonderful time at the beach.
Thank you. Love you. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.